net control for the Gardena Disaster Communication Service. We hold our Monday Night Net every Monday from 7 p.m. till approximately 7:20. Is there any emergency traffic to the net, please come now? Hearing none, we will start with the roll call. Tonight's net, we're going to be talking about enjoying the life of Florence Daguro, George 212, and so we're going to talk a little bit about her. When your name is called, and please, if you have a message that you talk about, like to talk about Florence, that would be really nice. With that being said, I'm going to go right into the roll call for tonight. When your station is called, please respond back with your Gardena DCS call sign, your first name, and your approximate location. Los Angeles County DCS, the Alameda Sheriff Station remote. LA County Fire, Firefighter Dixon or Hoffman. We have the Gardena Police Department. We'll tell you that I've received several texts from Sergeant Messina, Captain Osorio, Chief Safel, and all of them are out of range, but they all do have a message that I'm going to pass for each one of them. First, we have a message from Gardena Police Department Chief Mike Safel, and Mr. Chief Safel says that he's in a meeting tonight, but he wanted to pass along his sincere condolences. He wanted me to mention that they did a tribute on the Gardena PD Facebook site today, and he wanted everyone to know that she meant a lot to all of us. So that's the end of the message for Chief Safel. I have a message from Sergeant Messina, and Sergeant Messina says that he is out of range, but his condolences go out to Florence, the family, and the whole group, and she was so sweet. End of message from Sergeant Messina. We have a message from Captain Osorio. Captain Osorio says, "Hi, Stuart. I'm at home and have no reception. Please pass my condolences to the group. Florence was a very special lady. Everyone in C.E.R.T, the volunteer program, and our department is better for knowing her. She will be missed." End of message from Captain Osorio. Now I will move on to City of Gardena leadership. I just got a message from our mayor, Mayor Tasha C.E.R.T, and this message is as follows. Stuart, I'm out of the area, out of range. Please share my condolences with the group. I will miss Florence. She was a wonderful friend of mine. End of message. Okay, let's move on down to Councilman Kaskanian. Councilman Kaskanian, are you there tonight, sir?
Good evening, Stuart. Good evening, everybody on the net. Councilman Kaskanian here. Approximate location, Artesia Western. I would like to pass my condolences to Gardena PD, C.E.R.T, and Gardena Neighborhood Watch regarding passing of Florence. She was a wonderful woman. I know her very well. I known her as well too. She was a sweet lady, and she was there every time, if anything we asked for her, and she was there to help. So she will be missed, and my condolences to her family as well too, and she may rest in peace.
Thank you, Councilman. Next we have Councilman Tanaka.
Councilman Tanaka, approximate location 162 in Western. A couple of messages.
Councilman, please come forward with your message.
First message is don't forget Veterans Day, Wednesday, and the city is doing a small little veterans presentation. I believe it starts at 11, City Hall. Lastly, condolences to our city family and Florence's family for the loss of a really great and wonderful volunteer. Florence expressed true spirit of aloha, and I will truly miss her infectious smile that always greeted anyone that she talked to.
Thank you, Councilman. The group appreciates your words. All right, let's move on down to Gardena Valley Baptist Church.
Hi, it's Gardena Valley Baptist Church and Gardena Cert 02 Cindy reporting in from Boston location, Western and Caddington, and I do have one message for the net.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
I also want to express my condolences to Florence's family and to our Tri-City C.E.R.T family and Gardena PD. Florence was also a good friend of mine, and so when Gary and I were on patrol, we would go and visit her at her home and her cat, and she would show us her garden. So she was also really active in C.E.R.T and all that we did, and break. And we were also served as Gardena police volunteers as well. So it was always a pleasure to see her and to work with her, but we just had really a great friendship together, and so I will truly miss her. She was really a true blessing.
Thank you, Cindy. I will call you later on if you want to respond later and you have any other stories you want to tell. That would be fine. If not, don't worry about it. This is kind of a tough. This is tough on everybody. Okay, let's move on to Gardena Valley Assembly of God, Pastor Rob.
Probably A. Chaplain 1, 2 messages.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, broadcasting from 184 in Evelyn. Family, good lady, good woman, and will be missed. Continuing, just want to read a Proverbs for the folks listening. Proverbs 16, 1 through 3. It goes like this: the preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes. Break. But the Lord weighs the spirits. Commit your works unto the Lord, and your thoughts shall be. A word of encouragement for folks out there that might be a little bit kind of stressed over what's going on. Just want to encourage you. That's it. Hey, Chaplain Lee, out.
Thank you, Pastor, for your beautiful message. Village Mobile Home Park, Barbara.
Village Mobile Home Park, Barbara. Approximate location 17100 South Gramercy Ferry. I have a message for the net.
Yes, ma'am. Come ahead with your message.
I really didn't know Florence, but I do want to give my condolences to the family and all the organizations she was in. I heard much about her today, and I heard she was a beautiful woman and a caring woman. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're exactly right. Thank you for your message. And let's move on to Village Mobile Home Park. Elaine, are you there tonight, Elaine?
Yes, this is Elaine, Village Mobile Home Park, CP1. Location 171 and South Gramercy Place. No message tonight.
Thank you, Elaine. Good to hear your voice, ma'am. Moving down to Staff 3, Mary.
This is Staff 3 Mary Adam Robert Young, approximate location 145th and Gramercy, and I have one message for the net tonight.
Go ahead with your message.
I didn't know Flo very well as a social friend, but when we got together for any party or any gathering or neighborhood watch C.E.R.T meeting, she was everywhere. She was always around town. She always had a smile on her face and always had good things to say about our community, and she will be extremely missed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Let's move on down to Staff 4 Dewey.
This is Staff 4 Dewey, Prospect Location, Crenshaw and Artesia. I also didn't know Flo very well, but I couldn't have put it better than everyone else so far. Flo will be missed.
Thank you, Dewey. Let's move on down to George 210, Charlotte.
This is George 210, Charles, Henry, Adam, Robert. First of all, I'd like to say, Stuart, thank you so very much for the tribute that you put up. Flo, I have shared that with her family, and they were so very, very appreciative. Break. I've known Flo for probably 10, 15 years when I first started my neighborhood watch, and we became friends, very, very close friends. We celebrated birthdays together, and she always called me 2 or 3 times a week just to ask me a question, and I just appreciated it so much. This young lady grew so fast. She became so involved. Break. She was with Meals on Wheels. She was involved in our neighborhood watch meeting here. She was involved in the 3-year coalition. Some might say this young lady, she said she was afraid of kids, but she showed her strengths in helping me out at the YMCA with the coalition when we were there to teach emergency preparedness. Right. She has the strength to become involved with children in San Pedro through a Marine group. And she got these children to grow to become very, very wonderful youth. I recently heard from her relatives that she got stories of them as to how they had advanced in their life and how they had become such great people after such a troubling life. Flo Joe, we love you. I love you a whole lot. You will be so missed. Rip. Thank you, Stuart, once again for the very, very special tribute. This is George 210, Charlotte.
Thank you very much. Next, we will go to George 211, Chris.
This is George 211, Chris, approximate location 154 in Perchy. And not too much I can add to that. But again, I want to say, Stuart, thank you so much for that video. That was just awesome. I know it took a lot of work to put together. And also, I just want to express my love for Flo. who we called Flojo, and she called herself Flojo. And one of the funny stories I have is that she always seemed to call when Char had gone out and gone shopping or whatever. And so then she would call, and I'd answer the phone. I'd say, hello, and she'd say, hi, Chris. And I'd say, hi, Flo. And we would kind of go from there. But it was just a great relationship. She was a great woman and a great volunteer and a great asset to this city, and she will truly be missed. And we just love her to death. All right, George 211 out.
Thank you, Chris. George 212, Florence. George 212, Florence. We are saddened by the loss of George 212, Florence Daguro. Florence served as a volunteer in the city of Gardena since 2012, and she was a major part of the following organizations: the Gardena Police Department Volunteers, the Gardena Disaster Communication Service, Callsign George 212, the Gardena and Tri-City C.E.R.T teams, the GEPRC, Gardena Emergency Preparedness Response Coalition, the Gardena Neighborhood Watch Program, and the Gardena Meals on Wheels Program. Florence's dedication to the city of Gardena did not go unnoticed, and in 2016, Florence won the City of Gardena Volunteer of the Year Award. Florence has lived in the city of Gardena for over 50 years and will be missed. Florence the girl and the blush. November 6, 2020. George 214, Bill. George 215, Flo.
This is George 215, Flo. I'm quite shocked of what I've heard about my little Flo. She used to call me Flo number 1 and herself Flo number 2. And I always looked at her as Flo number 1 because she really opened her heart and to me when I first started going to Neighborhood Watch at Charlotte and Chris's house. I'm just devastated right now. And that's all I've got to say for the net.
Thank you, Flo. Appreciate your words. George 216, Deb. George 216, Deb, are you there tonight, ma'am? George 218, Travis.
This is George 218, Travis. Approximately at the corner of 166 and Western. I have no news for the net, and I send my condolences out to all for Flo's family and to all of the team members. And thank you, Stuart, for a wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Travis. George 222, Ray. George 224, Barry and Diane.
George 224, Diane, David, Ida, Adam, Nora, Edwards. Approximate location 150th and Western. And I have a message for the net.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead with your message.
I will miss Flo. I offer the condolences to her family. She was like a ray of sunshine when we met. We had many laughs together, and we'll truly miss her.
Yes, ma'am. I agree. Thank you very much. Next, we have George 225, Bianca or James. All right, we'll move on down to the C.E.R.T teams. We have Gardena C.E.R.T 01 Jose, who sent me an email with his condolences, and I'm going to read that to you now. message is as follows from C.E.R.T. 01 Jose. It is with deep sadness that Florence left us before we were ready to let her go. Her smile and infectious laugh will be missed by all. I hope in all our grief we can pause and remember all the good times we had with her and celebrate her life. And again, that was from C.E.R.T. 01 Jose. End of the message. Gardena C.E.R.T. 02. Cindy, do you have anything else you'd like to say, ma'am?
Just one more thing. Flo and I were in the same, we started the Gardena Police Volunteer Program at the same time. And I think she and I are probably the only ones that are left from our class. But it was just, she was always really a ray of sunshine. Break. And she was so faithful to do all the walking at the neighborhood watch fires. I just wanted to add that too. She did so much walking and delivering all those flyers. So, but more than that, she was a really great friend, and so I would really miss her. And I just really enjoyed just spending time with her.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you very much. I know this is difficult for all of us. Let's move on down to Gardena C.E.R.T. 04, Miss Virginia.
This is Gardena C.E.R.T. 04, Virginia. Thank you, Stuart. This is wonderful. She will be missed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Virginia. I know it's very difficult for us all this evening. I can hear it in everybody's voices, but it's what we should expect. Florence was a fine woman. Anything else, Virginia?
Not at this time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. C.E.R.T. 06, Gary.
This is C.E.R.T. 06, Gary. Approximate location, Artesia, Normandy. Florence was a great friend and a great person. I will truly miss her. And I can't add anything else to what others have said before me, but we will all miss her, and I will miss particularly her great smile. Thank you very much, Stuart, for doing the video tribute.
Thank you, Gary, for your kind words. I'm sure, Florence is listening to us from up there right now through the radio waves. Yep, I'm sure she is. Okay, let's go on down to C.E.R.T. 09, Barbara. C.E.R.T. 012, Michael.
This is Gardena C.E.R.T. 012, Michael. Approximate location, Northbourne and Pacific Coast Highway. And I have one message, break.
Michael, go ahead with your message.
I worked with Flo on several occasions as a police volunteer, and she was a very pleasant person to work with, and I will miss her. Take care.
Thank you, Michael, for your kind words. Let's go to Hawthorne Sir Henry 201, Dennis. Hawthorne Sir Henry 202, Jim.
This is Hawthorne Sir Henry 202, Jim, John Ida Mary. Approximate location is 135th Street and the 405 freeway. No messages for the net.
Thank you, Jim. Let's go to Hawthorne Sir 203, Kenny.
This is Hawthorne Sir 203, Kenny. King Edward Nor Edward Young. Approximate location, El Segundo and Vanessa. No messages for the net, but I really enjoyed working with Florence. Bye.
Thank you, Kenny. Hawthorne Sir Henry 221, Sonia.
Hawthorne Sir 221, Sonia.
approximate location. Rosecrans and aviation, no messages for the net.
Thank you, Sonia. Manhattan, 2 Ocean 1, Dennis. LA County, Tom 120, Wendy.
Good evening, this is LA County, Tom 120. I do have a message for the net. I just wanted to celebrate Florence. I had known for so many years. She has been a great, big part of all of us, and she has committed to many, many community services and friends that she comes along and meet, and she pray with them, and I truly gonna miss her. She is maybe a little slow to me and Stuart. She always going to be a big, big, big person in her work, in her spirit, in her smile. And I'm going to miss her the most is her goofiness. She's so goofy in every way to make us laugh. And I want to extend my condolences to her family, especially her church. She's so committed to her church. I know they're going to miss her very much. Her work in a community service may end on earth, but her works in heaven with Jesus Christ is not going to be, it's going to be continuing. She'll be watching us from the top, and I thank God for the grace of God that she is with us. She has been with us. She will continue her work, and thank you, Florence, for your love toward all of us, and God bless. Thank you. That's it. Angelo.
Thank you, Wendy, for your very moving comments. Yeah, you're right about Florence. She and I used to talk all about, I loved her truck and she loved my truck, and we talked about trading trucks, and she is always uplifting and happy, and I can still hear her voice. I'm sure all of you can still hear her voice in your head. It's one of those wonderful voices, wonderful personality. Okay, LA County, Tom 109. Michael, are you there tonight, Michael? Okay, do we have any later missed check-ins? Please come now.
This is Hawthorne CERT 201. Dennis.
Good evening, Dennis. As you may have seen in the emails, we're all talking all about Florence Daguro tonight, her end of watch. And I'm not sure that you knew her very well, but do you have anything you'd like to say?
I just like she was a very nice, beautiful person, from what everybody said. I didn't know her very well, though.
Yeah, understood. I know a number of the Hawthorne people didn't know her all that well, but take it from me and take it from the gang. She was one special lady. So thank you, Dennis, for coming in and saying that.
You're welcome. Approximate location is Western and Imperial, and I have no messages for the net tonight.
Thank you, sir. Any other later missed check-ins?
Staff 1, this is George 222, Ray, Robert Union, Ida.
Good evening, Ray. Would you like to speak about Florence?
Hey, Stuart. Yeah, I had one or two quick short memories I had with Florence. I know I didn't work with her on the police volunteers, so I wish would have had to spend more time with her. I didn't know that she had been ill. So that was really shocking for me to hear. So I really appreciate you with your tribute, with all the beautiful pictures you posted in there. And I just want to say that every time that I did see her, yes, she had a beautiful smile. She was so friendly to our family whenever we joined the CERT events, and she would definitely be missed. I wish I had spent more time and experience more with her.
Thank you, Ray. Those are beautiful words. Yeah, I wish we all could spend more time with her. All right, we had the radio ID for a moment. Are there anybody who wants to make any comments? Or any operators who would like to make any further comments?
C.E.R.T. 06.
C.E.R.T. 06, go ahead, sir.
Well, I'd like to tell you a little story that Florence talked to me about. This has been about a year or two ago, but she was a technician working for Boeing on their aircraft division, and she was charged with putting the interior of the aircraft together. Break. She told me after the completion of this particular aircraft design, qualifications were in order. So they asked for volunteers to go in the interior of the aircraft while they did dives and hard turns left and right and things like this. And her job was to see if any bolts or anything was loose in the interior of the cabin. Right? And I asked her, I said, why would you do that? Because it's risky. It's a qualification test. It's a qualification of the design. She said to me they needed a volunteer, and I was qualified to do it. And besides, it was an adventure. And that was Florence's humor.
Great story, Gary. I really do appreciate it. I'm sure the group really appreciates that.
We will miss her. Silent key.
I'm going to be closing the net now. It is 7:38 p.m. I just want to say thank all of you for checking into this net and expressing your thoughts about Florence. She's a fine woman. And, you know, every time we have a net, every time we have inactivation, she's going to be there listening to us. I know it. I know it to be true. So, thank you, everybody, for participating. Thank you, Flo, for your participation. You'll be missed. This net is now closed, and frequency is open for normal use.